Welcome everybody to once again a beautiful session with the Light Warrior Collective. I'm Wouter, I'm your tech host for today. If you have any challenges on the technical side, send me a direct message and I'll sort you out as soon as possible. Make sure that you've got a journal ready or a notepad to write down your experiences of today. And for the introduction and the kickoff, I'll hand it over to our beautiful host, Inken.
Thank you so much, Wouter. Yeah, hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our safe space of empowerment. My name is Inken, and it's my pleasure to be one of your hosts of the Light Warrior Collective. We just love our community, and we are so grateful to co-create every Sunday at the same time with you. So a big thank you from all of us for showing up this Sunday for yourself, for this moment of self-care, of empowerment, of connection, of love and light. And if this is your first time with us, I just would like that you know that we are really a safe space, and the Light Warriors are serving from our heart. And our intention is that you leave this call with a raised frequency, with inspiration, with a moment of meditation, and just to basically to hold space for you. So welcome. We are happy to be with you, and get ready for another very amazing session. I'm very excited and very curious for our next special guest, as we love to bring a special guest. And our master Trent, he found another very special person out there that he brought into our space. And we are super grateful that you're here with us today, Marc, and you share your gifts and your inspiration with us. And I love to hand it over to Trent so he can tell a little bit about you. And just a warm welcome from my side, and let's get going.
All right, thanks to you both for the great introduction. Today, I want to introduce Marc Maynard to you. Now, I know Marc from a men's circle, and the moment this guy joined, the moment he opened his mouth, he had great vibes. Like, the other guys are saying, man, there's something about this guy, you know, he just has this really great energy. And I was like, well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling too. So like several of us like immediately picked up on just how plugged in Marc is. And every time he'd share something, I was just like, man, I'm really resonating with what he's saying. And it just happened over and over again to where I was like, had to reach out. I was like, Marc, look, man, we got to connect. We got to get you on Light Warriors, because there's just so much resonance. There's just so much so much value that I think you can bring and share. And he was, kind enough to do it. So, Marc, if you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself, I'll hand it over to you, and we'll get started.
All right, great. Thank you, Trent. Great introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy and honored to be here with all of you. And I'll just tell you a little bit about myself before we move into this powerful exercise I'm so excited to share with you today. So I am a life mastery consultant with the Brave Thinking Institute and Mary Morrissey. And in my journey, in my coaching journey, what I did was meet another coach that the two of us, as Trent said, our energies were really in the same space. And we started to imagine what we were going to create together in more of an energetic, expansive spiritual sense. So we started and built our company called Internal Awakening. It is a Facebook group. If you'd like to look it up and join us, we'd love to have everybody who's in a spiritual place to come and join us and engage. So Internal Awakening was more into this, what I call the universal electrical system. Now, I have a bit of a scientific background, so I love to speak in science terms. But all in all, the experience of being connected to the electrical system has been phenomenal for me. And I bring that here today with all of you. The electrical system being all source that the Buddhists call the ocean, or some people call it the field. There's different names for it. Obviously, you probably have your own. Tapping into that has been quite an experience for me, for my partner, for all of the people that we connect with and who share with you. I feel a great energy in this room. So I want to, first of all, commend all of you for showing up for yourselves, because you're here, you've chosen to be here of your own accord to be engaged, to be plugged in, and to not only get value, but bring value. So that's amazing, because time is our most valuable commodity. And for us to spend our time on things, it has to have great value for us. So awesome job. And I'm excited that you've chosen to be here today. So I'm going to be leading you through an exercise today. And I ask that you play full on with this. Sometimes it can be a little awkward. I'm going to ask you to really get into an intuitive sense that you may not really know intellectually what's going to happen, but that's the beauty of this exercise, is to lean into it in a heart way, in a loving way, and just let it authentically open up for you. So that's a little bit about myself. And once again, I just want to say thank you all. I always give that congratulations to everybody for really seeking more in their life and expanding more. So it's fantastic that you're all here today to really get engaged and feel an expansion together. So with that being said, I'd like to waste no more time and really get into this exercise and get everyone to engage and have an experience. So if everybody's ready for that, I can give you a brief description of what this exercise is. So if everyone's good, we'll go ahead into this exercise. Awesome. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so this exercise, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is consider a time when you really felt that you were in love, where you really felt that vibration of love in your heart. And that could be for anything. It could be for another human being. It could be for a hobby, or it could just be for an event. But whatever it is, I'm fairly certain that we've all had a time where we've really felt that vibration of love at a high level. We're going to be accessing that today in this exercise, and allowing ourselves to go into intuition. So that's the first thing, to be familiar with that feeling of love that just permeates your chest, where you just feel that expansion, engages the vagus nerve, and you just love it. There's just this fulfilling energy about it. So to have that in mind, what we're going to do is go into breakout rooms and pair off. Now, I like to let Zoom automatically just pair everyone off. So we go into the breakout rooms. If you just make the appropriate amount of rooms and hit automatically assign, that's part of the universal system as well. It just automatically tends to put people right where they need to be with the people they need to be with, and we don't have to actually figure that out. So I found in the times I've run this exercise, I don't manually assign anything. I just automatic, and the universe will fill that in, and it's brilliant. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pair off, and I'm going to, again, ask that everyone really play full on. Open your hearts, and what we're going to do is for 1 minute. Well, first of all, we're going to choose a timer. So when you get in the room, who's going to be the timer? Have a phone, do 1 minute, and just set a 1 minute timer. And you get to choose who goes first. I'm sure we can just decide someone choose to go first. And for 1 minute, we're going to have the receiver just stare in the camera. And the person that's going to be speaking is going to look right in their eyes. Just look right in their eyes. Open your heart. Get to that love space, that feeling of expanded vibration. And look right in their eyes, and for 1 minute, tell them, this is the greatness I feel in you. Now, you may not know what's coming up for you. You may not even know, I don't know this person that well. What am I going to say? I encourage you, that may happen. You may have a reflex to think you need to know. But this is where the intuition really creates expansion. Because if you just stay in the love space, blank your mind, and just let whatever comes out come out, the natural cadence of the universe will flow through you, and you will breathe life into that other person. What comes out of you will be in harmony with things you could have never known intellectually. And time again, I've heard people say that they said something to me. How did they know that? How did they know that this was happening? it goes beyond our comprehension. That we like to say in Internal Awakening that the intellectual mind just cannot understand this level of communication. It is an expansive, subconscious, electrical system that we're tapped into. So after that minute's up, we'll then trade sides, and then the other person will have a chance to go. And then we're going to come back together. So this probably won't be any more than 5 minutes in the room, 1 minute for each person to go, maybe some downtime to get the timer set up, who's going first, maybe have a minute to just share with each other what that was like. And then when we come back to the main room, I suggest we all get together in a 15-minute meditation and bring that energy together and just share it and meditate deeply on that event. After which we'll do some journaling and be able to really capture what came up for you during that exercise. So that's the basic structure of the exercise. And I just want to make sure that there isn't any questions, or, does everyone understand the process of what we're going to do? And I can answer any questions if you have any at the moment. Does everybody have a good idea of what we're going in to do here? Awesome. Fantastic. All right. So Trent, if you want to get us set up in those breakout rooms, we'll get in here and do the exercise, The Greatness I Feel in You. Have a great experience, everybody.
Thanks so much, Mark. Does anybody know who just left? Because we had a perfect 14, and then now we had 13. So if it's your friend that's going to come back on, please let me know really quickly. Otherwise, we have an odd number. So, okay, I don't see any comments or. All right, we'll just roll with it.
Well, one thing, Trent, this can help. I've done this so many times, and I know that I could bring value, but I would volunteer to be that odd man out if need be, so that everybody can pair up.
Okay. Let's get this started, and if we need to do that, we'll do that.
All right, so we're all set now. We have our 7 rooms, so we're ready to do this. One last check. Are there any other questions before we get going with this amazing exercise? Looks like we're good. All right, fantastic. All right, so about 5 minutes, and we'll see you all back here. Welcome back to the main room, everyone.
Thank you.
So before we take shares, I really want to gather this energy and invite everybody into a 15-minute meditation together.
Okay. You've gone mute on us, Mark.
I have. Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I will set a timer here for 15 minutes. Is everybody ready? Here we go. Gently coming back. Okay. Easing back. Got a few people coming out. Slide back to now, and we're going to move into a journaling session. We'll give everyone a minute here to ease back into the present with us. I'm going to encourage you to get your journals, and I'll set another quick timer. We'll take 2 minutes and just journal on the whole experience, what came up for you. As studies shown that retention rates go up by 50% if we write things down and engage in journaling. So the exercise, what showed up for you? What did you feel as you were doing it? And what did you receive? How did you feel that connected with you? So just take a couple minutes and journal that down, and then we'll take some shares.
70%. Connected to the personal growth framework on DLL, LAPTOP.
All right, and finishing that up, what I'd like to do is I'd like to pass this back over to either Trent or Wouter to take some shares from people as to what their experience was.
Okay, so if you would like to unmute yourself and share, the floor is now open.